Hey, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to talk about my reading plans for January. Yes, my first TBR of 2023. I can't believe we're already here. But yeah, I have some plans for January that, evolve around the goals I set because, I set these goals and I want to kick off the year by concentrating on them. So the books I chose, for the most part, have to do with those goals. So let's dive in. So if you guys remember from my goals video, one of the goals that I had was to take part in the 20 Books by Black Folks reading challenge in 2023. And so this first book is going to help me reach that goal, and it is Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. And James Baldwin is an author that I have been wanting to try. I have never read his work. And this one kind of spoke to me because it's kind of like a day in the life story about a 14-year-old boy in 1930s Harlem. So I feel like it's gonna have a bit of a coming of age element maybe, but I've heard great things about this author, so I really want to check him out. The next book I'm hoping to read in January is gonna cover two goals for me. The first one is to read a book from my Kindle because it's on my Kindle. And the second one is for the Books in the Freezer reading challenge, which is a reading challenge that I have done for the past couple of years. And it's just one I really like because it deals with horror and kind of broadening my horror horizons. And the prompts this year are pretty good. So this book is going to cover the prompt to read a book with an LGBTQ plus protagonist. And that is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. And this one I've had on my Kindle for quite a while. And I want to read it now because there is a movie adaptation coming out. I can't remember what the movie is called, but it's not called The Cabin at the End of the World. But it's like called like A Knock at the Door or something weird like that. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll actually like get to the movie theater to see the adaptation right away, but I just want to read the book so that I've read it. But this one deals with a little girl named Wen who is at this like vacation house cabin with her dad's, and this guy kind of walks up and is kind of talking with her and stuff, and then he basically tells her like, you have to help us save the world. And so I don't know really what that means. I'm a little nervous about this because this book, when I looked, it has a really low rating on Goodreads. But the first and only Paul Tremblay book that I have read was a 5-star read. So I'm hoping that I enjoy this one. It sounds like it's gonna be interesting. And then the last book for, that's going to follow like a reading challenge or goal for me is the Buzzword reading challenge. And the buzzword for January is life or death. And I was looking through my physical TBR because I'm really trying to read the books off of my physical TBR, like to prioritize them over other things. And I literally had one book on there that had life or death in the title. And it was Chicken Soup for the Soul, Life Lessons from the Dog, 101 Tales of Family, Friendship, and Fun by Amy Newmark. And this is a book I actually got as a gift last Christmas from Austin's grandma. And she got this book for me because the dog on the cover looks just like our dog, Morgan. And so she was like, I had to get this book for you because, plus I'm a dog person. So this just seems like, yeah, you know how the Chicken Soup books are. They're going to just be little stories about, dogs, and they're going to be heartwarming, and some of them are going to be sad, and I'm probably going to cry because, yeah. So this should be fun. I plan on kind of just reading a couple a day until I get through the whole book. So yeah, it should be good. And then the last book that I'm putting on my TBR for the month is one that I was kind of holding off on reading until the winter time because it just seems like the perfect winter book, and that is The Snowman by Joe Nesbo. And this is a murder mystery that deals with a serial killer who kills women on the first snowfall of every year. And so that just sounds kind of interesting, and kind of like his MO or whatever is he will abduct the woman and leave a snowman, like build a snowman in the yard, like where he takes them. So that just sounds kind of creepy and interesting. And I didn't know this when I bought this book. I bought it at a library sale and I didn't know that it's a part of a series. I had no idea. This is like the 7th book or something in a series, but from what I've read, you can read this without having read the other books and it'll be fine. So hopefully that's the case. Because this sounds really good and like just a perfect like wintertime mystery to read. Alright guys, so those are my reading plans for January. Please let me know down below how you are kicking off 2023. I would love to know what everybody's reading. And yeah, I hope you guys have a happy new year and that 2023 treats you well. And I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.